to Happy Hour episode 5. We are here with Hector Navarro live from Echo Park. Cheers.
We're in Echo Park right now?
We're in Echo
Park.
Park.
Live from Echo Park.
Echo
Great. Thank you.
Yeah. It's part of LA for non-LA people.
Thank you for having me on Happy Hour. I'm so excited to be here.
You're welcome. Hector is improviser, comedian, online media content creator.
Sure, yeah. All of that.
Just doing all the things, you guys.
Yes.
So I feel like we should talk about comedy first.
Okay,
How did you get into improvising?
That's a great question, Caitlin. Should we tell them what we're drinking? I'm drinking it. This is, what is this, Jack and Coke? What is this? No, this is Coke and...
Glenfiddich.
It's a Glenfiddich?
Yeah, very fancy. It's a whiskey. I'm also drinking Glenfiddich and cream soda.
They're different colors. Great. Glenfiddich. I'm going to order this at bars. This is delicious. This is great.
None of the cheap stuff for my guests, you guys.
How did I get started in comedy? It's a fun story. So, I'm just telling you, it's a good story. I was 12 years old, and which was a very pivotal age for me. Apparently, everything happened to me when I was 12. Like, that was a big deal. But I'm 12 years old. My best friend in school, in elementary school, in 6th grade, he was a ham. He was the class clown. I was very funny. We liked hanging out with each other, but I wasn't like outgoing or extroverted or whatever. So we're living in San Diego. That's where I'm from. So in San Diego, he was like, "Hey man, I just signed up for this acting class. I want to be an actor. You should do it with me." And I was like, "I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to do that." And so I'm like, he roped me into it. We did an acting class at this place called the La Jolla Playhouse. It's a beautiful place in San Diego.
I love La Jolla.
La Jolla's gorgeous. It's great. And they have these acting classes for kids, and it was this cool thing. So we took the class. By the end of the thing, our final was something that we had to like prepare and memorize. That was our like final presentation. And the day came, and we looked at each other and we're like, "Oh my god, we completely forgot. Like we had just been dicking around as friends this entire time."
Typical
12 years old. We're 12 years old. Like we're not gonna like do like a Shakespeare, whatever. So we look at each other like, "Oh shit!" And like other kids are performing their pieces and stuff. And so we just kind of leaned in and whispered to one another like, "Hey, let's just make something up. Okay, cool. Let's just do like a fight scene. Okay, great." So we went up and we started to do a fight scene. We grabbed 2 chairs and we were shooting muskets and guns at one another and throwing grenades and doing pantomime stuff and just like playing as kids. And then at one point, this beautiful thing happened. This great moment where we pulled the chairs aside, we started running towards one another, but as soon as we looked in each other's eyes, we started to both do slow motion, like at the same time, like we just synced up and we were like, "Ooh, this is hot," and we were having so much fun, and we slow motion fought and we're stabbing each other and punching each other until we finally died. The way I'm describing it is probably way funnier and more epic than 2 12-year-olds doing this thing was.
I'm imagining it. I wish, is there like a home video?
I don't think so, but the funny thing is that we did it, the kids loved it, all the other kids in the class thought it was hilarious and they were clapping and the teacher thought it was great, but the teacher knew we made it up. And the teacher tells us, and I think she was like, "You guys just did improv, you know that, right?" And we were like, "Improv? Like, what's that?
What's improv?
What is it?" And I went to college and learned that there was a team called the college team down in San Diego where kids from different colleges played at this theater in San Diego, so I started doing that and then kept doing it after college and then moved up to LA and then started to do improv here in LA, which is amazing. It's great up here.
So
taking classes and and I've been on my team now for about 2 years.
Me and Roberto have been working at Starbucks for 3 years. 3 years. Making those triple espressos. They call us the double team triple espresso. But this guy makes the best ones. He is the king.
Josephine likes to tell everybody that I'm the king. All I do usually is just what the instructions are. And because due to that, of my skill set, they call me triple double.
Yeah!
Tell me about your team and team members.
My team is called Count Gumdrop. Right here. This is a poster for, we were so excited about this. This happened March of this year, 2014. It was the first time we were invited to come and play as a team at the UCB Theater, the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater here in LA, and that's like such an honor and such a thrill. And we've played already there now like maybe 4 or 5 times, or we're about to play our 4th and 5th thing coming up pretty soon. But every time we're like so excited about it. So we grabbed this poster from like promoting the show. It was like a St. Patrick's show.
Tell me about the members of your team, how you guys
Sure.
Yeah.
This is great. Okay, great. No problem. 5 of us knew each other from San Diego. It's me, my friend and roommate, Marina Mastros, who was my coach when I did improv in San Diego.
I'm sorry, are you just completely staring at my chest right now?
The day we stop looking, Charlie, is the day we die.
No.
Team member Nolan Schneiderman. Nolan is a lovely human being. He is also somebody that he went to school in San Diego, and so he was on the college team with me, and that's how I met him, and we've been friends for years, and he's great.
Yum yum. Get in here, kid. I want to get a better look at you. Get in here, idiot. Uh-oh, we got a moron here.
Then there is Giavani Linayao, who is another lovely human being. Also knew her from
She really
San Diego.
is.
But I didn't actually do improv with her in San Diego because she was on the main stage team. She was on the main company. I was on the college team.
So fancy.
Very fancy. But we knew each other and we were in the same circles, and so we were excited that we were like friends. So we were excited when we got to LA. And a couple of us were on improv teams here and there, and we're like, let's put a team of us together because we all know each other from San Diego. And then we were excited at the prospect that I got to play with Giavani because she's so funny.
This form is allowing me to give you cunnilingus.
That makes me so comfortable. Thank you so much. I just love it.
Not liable for any disease. You might vice versa.
As long as you're thorough. Thank you.
Okay, Lyndsey Frank is our other team member. Lovely human being. Also know her from San Diego. We also dated for a few years, so she is my ex and I'm her ex, and we're on a comedy team together. And we do comedy, which is great. Yay!
Robert and I have broken up 3 times this week. He thinks that I love him too much and too bad, but she's a clinger. She's a clinger, and I feel like sometimes she attaches too fast, but then she gets scared and then lets go immediately, and then just does the whole thing over again. She loves the chase. She loves the chase. You don't know what I love. Right.
So that's 5 of us. We all know each other from San Diego. Then there's the 6th member, Kyle John Kenyon. Kyle is, he's a delight. He is a wonderful human being who Lyndsey and I actually met when we took an improv class here in LA. And when we were putting this team together, we were like, man, we could really use a 6th member. The rest of our team was like, we could really use a 6th person to help, just to kind of round it out. And we suggested Kyle. We didn't even know that well, but we're like, he's so funny. He's this great, really funny comedian, really great improviser. And so he met everybody, he joined the team, and of course now he's better friends with everybody else other than me. Like everyone took to him, you know what I mean?
Last night, Sammy, he hit a triple.
I hit a fucking triple.
This guy, you've never even hit the ball before.
I've never hit the ball before, you guys.
That's right. I was like, Sammy, did you just hit a triple? You ain't never hit the ball before.
I was like, I just hit a triple. I've never hit the ball. It was ridiculous.
Who would you say were like your comedic influences growing up?
That's a great question. So I used to watch Saturday Night Live, reruns of Saturday Night Live. I used to watch Mad TV, which was so great with like Ari Spears and Michael McDonald and Alex Borstein and these incredible comedians. And then also, of course, cartoons, because I love cartoons and animation, and I went to school for animation.
Yeah.
And I have to mention things like The Simpsons, and growing up, Animaniacs was hugely influential because that cartoon show would talk about pop culture, and I didn't even know who these people were, but I'm like, okay, like I know who Jerry Lewis is.
The adults.
Exactly, but I learned so much from that. And the same with The Simpsons too. Like most of my pop culture knowledge comes from The Simpsons first, and then I actually got around to watching the movie they would be referencing. You know what I mean? I'm like, I know Planet of the Apes because Dr. Seuss, and then I saw Planet of the Apes. I'm like, okay, great.
Yeah.
I have to mention other comedic influences are probably my mom and dad.
Yeah.
Because they're great. It always goes back to them, I guess.
So Hector and I are friends in real life, obviously. Facebook friends.
Yeah. Are you going to talk about that?
The video. So Hector's mom came to visit sometime this fall, and she was playing with a puppet, and you took a video of it, and it was just the funniest thing.
You have beautiful hair, lady. Oh my God, your hair is so beautiful. So beautiful. Are you done yet? Would you take the damn picture?
It's probably a video, Mom.
Are you taking a video?
It's a video.
Okay. Uh-oh. Oh no. Now how come you have a police officer in? I'm gonna arrest you because you're Mexican!
So one of the things in comedy, and especially as part of the philosophy of UCB and other schools around here in LA, is that if you are dealing with a crazy, outrageous concept, is to make it relatable so that your audience knows what you're doing and can relate to it. Like, for example, okay, I'll just use this as an example too, because I'm a comic book guy. But in a comic book movie, in a superhero movie, in X-Men 2, you had a character, Iceman, Bobby Drake, who is a mutant, and he has superpowers, and he's this great thing. But there's a scene in the movie where he is coming out to his parents and letting them know, I'm a mutant. And the reason that's funny, on top of being like heartbreaking and sad, is because they're making it the same as when somebody comes out to their family and they're gay.
Yeah.
It was the same scene.
Ollie, have you tried not being a mutant?
Besides doing improv, Hector also has a YouTube show called the Film Pundits with your friend whose name is escaping me right now.
Adam Havoc and Agustin Rios. We kind of focus on sort of comic book centric superhero news and topics and movies and TV shows, but it's we talk about everything. Everything is geeky and
it's
fun.
It's very fun.
Super fun.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Film Pundits. We are back again to give you guys the latest news in Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and all that business.
Everything else.
My name is Adam Havoc, and I'm joined here as always by Mr. Hector Navarro.
Hello.
And Mr. Augustine Rios.
This guy. What's up, buddy? Good to see you guys. Hey.
Good to see you guys too. I miss you guys. I love these.
This is the best part. This is the best part of my week.
First comic book you ever read?
Oof, I can't remember, but here's what I remember.
Okay.
I'm a little kid, I'm a baby, I'm a toddler, and my dad loves sports. And his favorite team, even though we were in San Diego, his favorite team was the Cincinnati Reds. And he loved that team.
Random.
He would random, right? And he would dress me up in like Cincinnati Reds clothes and stuff. And then as I got a little bit older, like 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, I started to realize like I'm not an athlete, like I'm not, and I was born.
You were like not into that, Dad.
I was born in September, which means that was like the cutoff for like being allowed to join kindergarten.
Yeah.
And I was like a year younger. I joined in like 4 years old instead of 5. So I was like I was a year younger than every other kid.
Hector's ahead of the game.
A little bit ahead of the game. So like I think I graduated high school at like I think 18. I may have been 17. Yeah. Anyway, right, it was a little, but because of that, I was always smaller. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm not going to be good at sports ever. Yeah. This is great. Cool.
Thanks,
so,
Dad.
I remember watching a cartoon show or something, like old reruns of the Hanna-Barbera 60s Fantastic Four, which were great. They had like a great musical score, and it was like Johnny Quest, and it was like, and my dad once said, oh yeah, I used to watch the show when I was a kid. And I think because I heard that, I was like, oh, something I can relate to my dad with. Like, yeah. So I got super into like the Fantastic Four and Spider-Man and all these characters. And so it's something that my parents aren't into, but it's like I got super into it. Watched cartoon shows as a kid. Batman, the animated series, and Spider-Man, all that stuff in the 90s. And then here's a pivotal thing. My mom took me to the library, the beautiful, gorgeous Chula Vista Public Library, on like Orange Avenue. It was like brand new at the time. And I found these books about the history of comic books, the history. So I would read these, like get these huge things and check them out constantly and reread them and reread them. And
random question, favorite comic book store in LA?
In LA, it would probably be Blast Off Comics in North Hollywood. Shout out to Blast Off Comics. Gorgeous store. Lovely little shop.
I haven't been there.
It's really great. You should go. It's on the corner of Lancashire and Magnolia. It's right there.
Okay.
And it's owned by a great guy named Judd. And I don't know him. Cool. He's super great to talk. He's got great
go
stories.
Visit Judd.
It's really nice. If you walk in there and it's like a nice Borders or Barnes & Noble. Like it's just clean and it's nice and it's well lit and it's so welcoming and it's so inviting and half of their customers are women. It's really nice. That's my favorite. So yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
I think that actually wraps things up for us today.
There we go.
So, cheers.
Cheers.
To Film Pundits and Gumdrop.
Thank you so much. And cheers to Caitlin.
Thank you.
For having this great show, Happy Hour.
Yeah.
Which is a brilliant idea for a show.
Sweet. Thank you.
It's great. And
cheers until next week.
Until next week. Thank you.
Sweet.